How are you?
I'm very excited for everybody. Obviously, we're here on episode 13, and it's the night before. Well, tonight's the night for some people, but it's the 3rd of July. It's Hairdressers and Barbers Independence Day tomorrow. Everybody's back, barring the poor souls in Leicester, but everybody's back to doing what they do good. And tonight's show's dedicated to the last 16, 17 weeks of everybody's hard slog. Tonight, hopefully, we can put a bit of joy in everybody's face with a final countdown on Barbers' Arms to get everybody back to work at midnight tonight or tomorrow morning.
Hey, cheers to that, mate. Cheers. All the very best. All the very best, everybody. Good luck. What you drinking tonight?
You know what? I was very lucky to. I always like different kinds of beers, especially from where I've travelled, and I managed to get some Vietnamese beer, which is beer Lao, which is really nice, ice cold, and it's takes you back a little bit when you finish working, when you've been working abroad somewhere, especially in the Asian area, and you have a couple of beer lads. These are a bit dearer here in England. These I pay about 20 pence for a pint and a half in Vietnam, but these are about £3 each.
You see, that sums us up. You're global. I'm drinking 2 beers here that remind me of the places I've been, and this one's brewed in Stockport. and this one's in Newcastle. So you see, you're Thailand, I'm Stockport and Newcastle. So
hey, listen, it all does the same thing. It kills brain cells by the second. So no matter what we're drinking, I'm sure tonight we can have a celebration with everybody and build everybody up, ready to go back. First of all, Gary, I just had a look, and 191,000 people tuned into Barbers' Arms last week and have viewed us. So a massive thank you to everybody that's viewing this show and taking it to not only the #1 show for hairdressing and barbering in lockdown, but the #1 show, I think, anytime that anybody's put a hairdressing and barbering show together. This is hitting all the numbers that we far exceed our expectations, what we thought would be happening.
Unbelievable, mate. I mean, it was a quick week though, wasn't he? I mean, as soon as we finished the show, got up Sunday morning, and we got like 25,000 on the board straight away. And I thought, this is going to be a big week. Definitely going to be a big week. And we can only thank everybody who's been involved and stayed with us, and you know, all our new viewers as well. Absolutely fantastic. Great show last week. We had our first local heroes on, Alison and Ali. I thought they did a great job. It was great to see.
Great job there. And guys, you know, while you're watching Barbers' Arms, whether you're watching us live tonight or you're watching us in the week, I know you're all going to be busy, but if you do want to be a local hero and you want to come on and have a chat with me and Gary and show us around your salon on a Friday night and say us a little bit and get yourself on the map, then send a message to us on thebarbersarms.co.uk, which is our website. You can follow us on there. Or Simon Shaw Wahl on my Insta, or the British Barber on Insta, which is Gary's Instagram. Send us a message. Tell us you want to be one of our local heroes. We've got loads and loads of local heroes that's tuned in from day one. So we're going to mention some of you guys tonight. But if you do want to appear on Barbers' Arms, then you know how to get in touch with us tonight. Gary, what a lineup tonight. So around about 8:15, we've got one of the superstars of global hairdressing and barbering, but especially in India, is one of the main, one of the biggest names, if not the biggest name in India. We've got AALIM Hakim joining us at 8:15. Then we're going to go to our local hero up in Scotland, Ross Carter. And then we've got Tom Chapman, who's the co-founder of the Lions Collective. He's going to join us about 9 o'clock. So it promises to be, I've been classing this week as Christmas Eve. Tonight's show is like the Christmas Eve of barbering, getting back to it. You know, I'm not working tomorrow. Obviously, don't work in a salon, but you do. Tell us a little bit about your preparations this week, Gary.
It's been a nightmare, but I'm not going to go into that because it's been exciting. We've had team meetings, we've had team training, we've had a few mishaps at work, last minute things. We've been off 14, 15 weeks, and we've actually taken it to the wire getting some of the salons ready. But we've had new apps installed, new tills that you know, in some of the stores. So a lot going on, but other than that, it's really exciting. Met some of the team today. We've had staff training in different locations all week, but just a great vibe around the place. Everybody can't wait to get back to work, which I think is fantastic from our point of view as employers, but great for the industry. I think loads and loads of questions. I think there's a lot of people a bit got that butterfly feeling. It's like going back to school tomorrow a little bit. We've had such a long time off, but it's just everything that you've put in place coming together. I'm sure everybody's, organised and ready to go. But it's the unknown, isn't it? How things are going to work, what measures. I mean, the thing is, I think what we've got to remember is some of these restrictions for COVID-19, they're going to be around for a while, I think. So we've got to get it right. I think it's right that we've had the guidance. It's been a bit slow coming, but I think I'm really excited. It's almost like starting again, isn't it? It's I've got a really fresh and a taste for going back to work, which is great.
So how you feel tomorrow night when you've had a full day off? I was speaking to Carl Smith yesterday. I went to see Carl. He's got some of these new T-shirts. He said, "I've got your T-shirt for us coming back." And obviously he's really been at it from day one, from lockdown, trying to get his salon changed around a little bit and stuff. But I like you, they did a bit of staff training and stuff, because a lot of people's been saying they're really nervous about going back. Some people have cut like families there and stuff, but not to the level of what you're going to be like tomorrow and Sunday. And I'm sure sometimes at Sunday afternoon, a lot of people are going to reflect back at this last 16, 17 weeks and think, I wish I wouldn't have mourned as much when I laid on settee playing PlayStation, or I laid in my tracky bottoms for the last 10 weeks. But I'm sure by middle of next week, when you're counting your dollars, that you'll feel a little bit better. And obviously pubs are back as well tomorrow as well. It's going to be a super Saturday for everybody. I think it's important to say on Barbers Arms, we think that it's fantastic for everything to be back. Let's just do it sensibly. Let's still stay alert. Let's make sure we're very cautious and we do the right things still, because there's still increases. Obviously, Leicester is still on a little bit of a lockdown, which is not good for those guys. And there's still people in the globe and in the UK still suffering bad from coronavirus. So no means on Barbers Arms is just a celebration in terms of what's happened. It's just a celebration tonight for the guys that are getting a chance to go back and have a fresh start in life. It's a fresh career for me. If I were going back tomorrow, I'd be doing things better than I've ever had done them before. I'll be looking after my clients better than I've done before. With a booking system, hopefully they've done it sensibly. They've not crammed it too much in. I know people are saying that they're booked up for a couple of weeks, which is great. It'll level off a little bit. And hopefully everybody does it all nice and sensibly. Nobody has any pulled muscles. And bear in mind, everybody, this is the danger. You're going to go back to work Saturday. You're going to get that buzz about you. And guess what? On your way home, your local's going to be open. So if you've managed, at my local, you've got to book a table now. That's all that about. You've got to book a table and commit to a time. They're very clever. The landlord and landlady at my local. You've got to book a table. You've got to book it for 4 hours. And like I said, it's a waste of money. You need to get my table for 2 hours. Get somebody to take over my 2 hours, because I'm only good for 2 hours drinking. And then if I stay there for 4 hours, it's going to be carnage. So be careful when you finish your day's work that you don't get sloshed. And if you've got to go and work on Sunday with an hangover, that will be even harder.
I think what you've just brought up's right. People are a bit trepidation, a bit of trepidation there, bit they're just thinking about what they're doing and what they're getting back to. We've, our phones personally, emails, messages from the BBA as well. Huge amount of interest on, I don't know if you've seen the guidance or read the whole guidance. We've sent it out to staff and everybody else. It's 43 pages, nearly 50 pages worth of guidance. So we broke it down, and if you need any frequently asked questions, go to the BBA website, go on our podcast and everything else. Got loads of information. If you want to become a member, you get all this free. But we're trying to put the main questions, the frequently asked questions together to answer everybody's, the bits and bobs that they're not quite sure on. Can I only do appointments? Can we do beards? No shaving? All these kind of things. I had Jamie Roberts drop me a message. I haven't actually replied to him yet. He came in today and was, just been so busy, didn't get to him. But he wants to, can we still do shaving? It's a big part of my business. Unfortunately, guidance is we cannot shave at the moment. So, that's a no-no because of, the area where it is. That's why Some of the beauty therapists can't go back, nail technician, because it's so face to face. So, you know, like you've just said, you've got to be sensible out there, do it right, and get it, you know, get your business back up and running, but don't take any risks. You know, you just need to, you just need to ease yourself in. You're going to be very busy anyway. So, but you know, if anybody needs any more information, visit the website and we'll give you as much guidance and help as we possibly can.
Got some new viewers this week as well. Thanks to all the viewers from Brazil and Turkey who are joining into Barber's Arms. Much appreciated. I can't say hello in Portuguese or in Turkish, so I'm going to struggle with that one. But hi, guys, from me and Gary. Also, we've got Ross Miller in the house again tonight. Alison Russo, Colin Horton, Eric Lander, Kelly Sykes, Stu Oxburn, Gary Jackson. Just a few of the guys who join us every week. We'll keep mentioning people as we trick along tonight, but you guys know who you are that's been there from day one, and both me and Gary and the directors Trevor and Jackie are trying to get all our #1 fans on as local heroes as well, to say thank you for watching us from day one. We've done that already with Alison and Ellie last week. We've got Ross Carter on tonight up in Scotland. Ross will be polishing his clippers right now, getting ready there in his salon. I think he's had a bit of a refurb as well in there, so I'm looking forward to having a look at what Ross is doing up in Scotland. Yeah,
I mean, this is a bit of a new ground for us as well, because everybody's getting back to work tomorrow. They can't get sloshed tonight. They can't get up in the morning and listen to us while they, you know, watching TV or cutting the grass or wherever. So obviously, stay with us. This is going to go on, and we're hopefully going to take it around the country. We're going to go out to visit local heroes in your own salon. So please get your invitations in, invite us to wherever you are. We're going to definitely be taking it around the country as well. So that's going to bring another aspect to the show as well. I've just been reminded as well, it's britishbarbers.com if you want any information and send us any emails. And do you know what I wanted to bring up as well? And of course, please share, everybody, if you do get a chance to share the show, you're in with winning a competition, winning a prize. Did we get the photos, or have we got the photos or the prizes out to the winners from last week or not?
I think they've been sent out. I know one was Nicasso. We sent him some wall goodies out there, but I'm not sure on the BBA side of it, but I know post is quite late. It was weird. We sent some clippers out a couple of weeks ago to some guys. Some all arrived on one day, and then Joss arrived about 6 days later. They're all sent out on the same day. So yeah. Give us 10 days to 2 weeks, guys, for any deliveries that's coming out, purely because of still the people have. In my area as well, Barnsley, the post office had an outbreak where 25 staff contracted coronavirus. So we didn't have any post for over 10 days.
No way.
So yeah. We'll come back to that. We've got a doorbell into Barber's Arms, an international guest. Gary, over to you.
Yeah, we've got Mr. AALIM HAKIM. He's a renowned hairdresser and barber in India. He's based in Mumbai. He's absolutely fantastic guy. We've had dealings with him with the BBA as well. So, are you there, AALIM? Keep talking. Are you there, sir? I think he's on his way. He might be just parking his car. So he's coming up any second. Please stay with us, guys. We are doing this over 3 continents.
I want to share some stories with him about my time in Uber taxis in Mumbai and Delhi, because it's been a fucking nightmare, to be honest with you. So I want to see if he's got any tips there to help me, because most of the time I think I'm on an international thing where people have kidnapped me and trying to do something dangerous for me in Bandra.
Hi.
Hey, AALIM.
How you doing?
AALIM, welcome.
Hi, Simon. Hi, Gary.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Very good. Welcome to the Barber's Arms. It's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for giving us your time.
It's my pleasure. It's my honor. And I was
fantastic.
really looking forward for this, Gary.
Fantastic.
AALIM, he looks like a better-looking version of me, Gary.
He's Simon, a thinner version than you.
Simon has got more hair than me.
Well, I don't know about that, pal.
Have you been watching him in the shower, AALIM?
Yes.
Now, Alim, I know you're renowned and you're very famous in India. For our viewers at home here and around the world, just in 1 minute, just sum yourself up. Just give us a 1 minute bio of who you are, where you're from, what you do, and how long you've been in the industry.
I'm from Mumbai, India, and I've been doing this, Gary, from last 30 years. From last 3 decades. My father was a hairdresser. He was the most famous and the most iconic hairdresser of this country. He was the first celebrity hairdresser, you can say the first most iconic hairdresser of our country. And he styled who's who of our industry, where you guys call it Bollywood. I call it Indian film industry. From Amitabh Bachchan to Dilip Kumar to Shashi Kapoor, all the film actors. In fact, he is the one who styled Bruce Lee's hair, the Muhammad Ali, the boxer Muhammad Ali's hair when they came to India. He styled Tony Greig's hair, your English cricket captain, Tony Greig. He's even styled his hair. He styled Richard Harry's hair. He has done from Hollywood to Bollywood, everyone's hair he has done. And he died at very early stage, Gary. He was just 39 when he died, and I was 9-year-old.
Oh, sorry to hear.
So I was pretty young, and for me it was a big struggle how to, take this legacy ahead. When I was in college, I did not know that what I want to be. So for me, it was a big struggle. And when most of my friends, they wanted to become an actor or musicians or a choreographer, for me, when I said that I want to be a barber, there were few girls who used to laugh at me in my college. They used to think of this guy who's in our college, who's hanging around in our college, wants to become a barber. So they used to not look up to barbering as a very high skilled profession. They used to look down to barbering, and they used to feel that, people who are getting into barbering or becoming hairdresser is not a very respectful job. So for me, it was not that easy, Gary. It was a big struggle. There was not too much of money in bank. My father left with only 13 bucks in the bank. So there was hardly anything in the bank. And my mom really struggled a lot to raise us. And I saw my mom struggle. Then I did my education in barbering and hairdressing. There was a team from L'Oreal. There was Benifer from L'Oreal who sponsored me, who sent me to different places all over the world to educate myself. So when I started, Gary, I was not very educated in my craft. So I used to just practice. I started doing shaving first. I started learning on the shaving first. Like I used to learn how to lather, how to shave, how to create the angles, how to do the beard. So that was my first job. And then I started learning hairdressing. I started assisting the gurus of the peers of hairdressing all over the world. And when I came back to India, gradually I built up my clientele, and slowly, most of the actors and stars of Indian film industry, they started coming to me. And then from one single seater chair salon, it got multiplied into double seater, then 10-seater, then 20-seater. Then we have got chain of salon all over the country. So it's a long journey. It's a long struggle, and the struggle is going on. It's a consistency is there, but to keep that consistency, I have to struggle a lot. I'm still struggling, Gary. I've been working a lot. I've been learning a lot, and struggle is on. So it's not that easy.
What a fantastic story. I mean, the thing is, it's unbelievable that you followed your father into the industry. You weren't nurtured into the industry. You lost him at a very early age. But then you've attained, his standard.
Yeah.
You've actually ended up where he left off, really. What a great story.
So when my father had a salon, his salon name is Hakim's. Hakim is my father's name. Then I added my name next to his name. So now it has become a Hakim's AALIM. So now people call it Hakim's AALIM. So the brand has become very famous by the name of Hakim's AALIM.
Unbelievable.
How many shops do you have then?
We have 3 shops in Mumbai, and then we have got in other cities like Jaipur, Surat, Ahmedabad, Pune. There are a lot of cities in India we have salon.
So you know, I visit Mumbai and Delhi quite a lot with my job with Wahl. So
I know Simon.
One of my favorite destinations. I love it at the Westin in Mumbai because it's quite near to the exhibition centre. I do like it there, and I also like the Taj Land's End in Mumbai. That's a really nice hotel.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And I think my favorite is the JW Marriott, which is right on the beach.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's on the beach. It's right on the beach, and it's a beautiful property here. It's amazing.
So I think next time I'm in Mumbai, I'll definitely give you a buzz, and we'll look up for a few beers.
Yeah, we have to catch up. Yeah, we have to catch up. Yeah.
Whilst you're in the Barbers' Arms, what are you drinking?
Well, I don't drink. What you see behind, it's my wife's bar. I'm having Perrier, sparkling water.
I'm same. I have the same problem in my house as well. I don't drink, but my partner drinks excessively, which has led me to drink as well. So, I mean, I have to drink with Gary on Barbers' Arms.
Ali, good house here anyway. Even if it is with water, good house, all the very best.
Thanks. The bar, what you see behind my back, my wife's bar.
So your wife drinks then? What's her favourite drink if she was with us?
She loves whiskey. She loves her whiskey. She loves champagne. She also likes wine sometimes. Yes. She likes her drink.
I'll tell you what, next time I come to Mumbai, you stay where you are, you drive us about, and me and your wife will go for a drink because it sounds like she just drinks, barring the whiskey bit.
Come over home, man.
I'm coming over.
Come to Mumbai.
I mean. So you've had a fantastic career so far, and I know looking and researching before you came on tonight, I see that you do quite a little bit of work with Sophia Hilton in England. So when she comes over to India, and I know she mentions you quite a lot in her posts as well.
Yeah.
In the UK. So how did that relationship start?
With whom? With Asim?
With Sophia Hilton.
Sophia, she is brilliant. She is brilliant, and the kind of energy she has. She's so talented, Simon. She is unbelievable. And when she came to India, she did her social media workshop in India. And she was mind blowing. The kind of stuff she showed to our team, sometimes when we click pictures, when we post pictures on social media, we think that we are doing great job. But little minute things are so important. How to hold the hair, how to hold your camera, what should be the backdrop, what should be the mood board. She was amazing. And sometimes we think that we know it all. But it's not like that, because you need a professional to make you understand that what you're doing, there should be a reason behind it, what you're doing and why you're doing.
So
she was amazing. And
if you had some advice for all our viewers that's going to watch this in the next week, and I'm sure with you being on, bro, that we're going to get thousands, and I mean, nearly 200,000 views from our last week's show. But I think with you being on and you're following in India, we're going to exceed 250,000 views. If you were giving any advice about barbers that watch our shows and hairdressers, just sum it up quickly, how important is social media to their business and their platforms?
Simon, it's very important. How do you use social media? And in today's time, everyone is on the phone. Like if you want to know anything, if you want to know about anybody's work, they all are checking phone. It's 24 hours, people are checking their phone. But it is also very important that there has to be authenticity, whatever you're doing. When you do gimmicks, when you do photoshopping, when you edit your work, you can't be dishonest when you're uploading stuff on social media, because you actually have to perform. When you're doing in your barber shop, you have to really perform. And most of the young kids, most of the young barbers, when they post stuff, they do a lot of photoshopping, they do a lot of photo editing.
Yeah.
So for my advice for everyone is like, if whenever you're doing it, be real, be honest towards your craft. Whatever you're posting, you should be able to replicate. If you can't replicate it, it's of no use, because whatever editing you're doing, whatever Photoshop you're doing, at the end, if you have to perform that thing on stage, and if you're not able to do that, it's of no use. Yeah. But social media is amazing. You should know how to do it. You should know your audience. You should hit that audience. You need to use your hashtags properly. You need to build your audience correctly. You need to know your plus point, and you also need to know your minus point. What are your minus points? If somebody is there to tell you your minus point. You need to work on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens, you're good at something, but you keep repeating that. So if you see most of the gurus of hairdressing on their Instagram handles, they keep repeating their stuff. They will change here and there, but you can make out from their post that this is job done by so-and-so hairdresser, so-and-so hairdresser, because there is something which they like to repeat very often in their craft.
Yeah.
So I feel if you're doing something, if you're good at something, do not repeat yourself too much. You know, try to break the chain, try to break your own creativity. It's very important to break the ice and think something new, and then post it on your social media. So when people go on search, when they see on search, they should not say, oh, this must have been done by so-and-so hairdresser. It should be like, wow, it's done by him. He can even do this.
Big believer as well when I watch it is like, I like to see a consistent backdrop behind people's work. I like to see the same logo. I like to see the same colours. I just think it builds that brand up really strong for that individual. I know Gary's got some questions about lockdown and things for you. Just before I move on to Gary, though, I just wanted to speak to you about what's your thoughts and views? How do you rate English and British barbering and hairdressing? How do you rate that?
Amazing. I think so. All over the world, people rate them first class because, you know, people follow them all over the world. English barbering, people look up to English barbering. I'm a big fan of so many hairdressers over there. Like Chris Foster, Eric Lander. Chris is a very good friend of mine. Guy Creamer. I love English barbering. And in fact, in India, there's a huge fan following for English barbering. You know, people look up to them. They see their work all over on social media. And I'm sure there's so many Indians who love to go to England to learn barbering. And there are many Indians who've been to England to learn barbering. Yeah, so there is no, even nobody can even think that, you know, there's a second viewpoint about English barbering. You know, people look up to English barbering.
Cool.
Wow, that's fantastic. You've just made Eric Lander's day, I think. I think that's the first time.
I love Eric Lander. I love
I'm going to give you some stick now. He'll be happy for the rest of the week now, Hakim. So we just got on to some other questions. Are you still in lockdown, by the way? Are you back at work yet or not?
We are working half day. So we are in lockdown, and the lockdown it's like 2 kilometer radius lockdown. So you can't go beyond 2 kilometers. So you have to be in your radius, and you can't go beyond that. So lockdown is there, but it's like a semi-lockdown.
Okay.
So yeah, so we are suffering a bit. We are not able to walk the way we used to do it before.
How's that affected you in your businesses? Is it something that's you know, shortened your working day or less clients? How have you coped with that and your staff?
Gary, you know, it really surprised me that there's not there's a good amount of footfall in the clientele. So that's quite a surprising thing, you know, because I thought there won't be a good footfall and people will be very scared of coming to the salon, but people are coming to the salon. But we are taking extra precaution. We are taking less clients. We are not, you know, keeping our appointment diary completely packed. So we are taking breaks between two appointments. Like if there is an appointment at 11 o'clock, second slot will be at 1 o'clock. So there is a 1 hour break. So we're giving that breathing space for every stylist. So that way we are taking break. We are not doing clients on every chair. We are doing clients on the alternate chairs. So here in Mumbai, everyone is very well planned when they're working on the clients. They're very well planned. They're sanitizing their staff. They are sanitizing the client. They're sterilizing their equipment. They know how to perform in this situation. So I think so they're pretty educated. Mumbai barbers are very, very educated, Gary, and they're doing pretty well in this lockdown. And we have got a huge change. Like we have a WhatsApp group. It's a huge chain, and we speak to each other. If there is some problem, if there's some issue, we like to solve for each other. So there's a big unity, you know, and it's wonderful the way Mumbai salon works because there's a lot of unity over here in every barber. So that's wonderful.
Gary, you know what? If somebody said to me over lockdown, some of the trips I've missed out on this year, Halim, I missed the Mumbai show in July or June, and I really missed India. I am
You like
lucky enough
India?
to travel. I'm lucky enough to travel 2 or 3 times a year, but now I've got lots of friends there. Lots of people who work for Wahl, who don't work for Wahl anymore. But you know, lots of the team there, and I really enjoy it. I get so looked after. Like you just said there, when you come off stage, you know, I sometimes I have 1 hour just taking photographs with people, because it's just, you just feel, if you ever want to feel like a superstar, go to India, do a fantastic job, and then you will get the rewards, because the crowds are unbelievable, you know. And that's obviously you can it in India. We've got lots of your fans as well joining us on Barbers Arms. We've got Dimple, we've got Shano, we've got Rain, we've got Mahi, we've got Hi Aisha. So lots of people are joining us to see you tonight on Barbers Arms, which is
so sweet of them.
Making our Indian audience bigger. Guys, if you're watching this from India as well, you can always visit and listen to this podcast afterwards on thebarbersarms.co.uk. Visit me on my Instagram, which is Simon Shaw Wahl, or Gary Machin, which is the British Barber, on Gary's Instagram. Ask any questions as well. In the house at the minute, we have AALIM Hakim, who is one of the most, if not the most famous hairdresser in India, and one of the biggest stars globally. Great to have you on Barbers Arms, mate. It's a privilege.
So
Gary,
sweet, Simon.
Gary, do you ever feel sometimes when we're on Barbers Arms, I know we're having a beer on that, and this is our 13th episode, but I've got to say tonight, and this never happens to me, I'm starstruck.
Yeah.
Well,
really?
we should be. Have you seen this guy's profile? He's an absolute legend in his own right in his country.
I was on about you.
While we're on, can we bring up? I know you do a lot of work. I know you're very family orientated. You know, you look after your staff. It's a fantastic business. But you do a lot with Gillette India, the program you do there. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How you help
Gary,
up and coming?
what we are doing with Gillette India, it's fantastic. And there are so many barbers. India has got the biggest community when it comes to barbering. India has got the biggest number of barbers. It's not because of the population, Gary. There are more than 50 lakh barbers over here.
Wow.
Yeah. And what we are doing right now, we are doing insurance for them. It's like 1 lakh rupees insurance for one barber, for each barber. COVID insurance. We are giving them kits, which is like a face shield, gloves, mask. We are providing them for 2 months.
Great.
With all the accessories, Gillette foam, Gillette blades, everything. We are also giving them free education on barbering.
Just explain for the viewers.
Yeah.
Just explain for the viewers what a lakh is.
Yeah. So there's a free education for all the barbers. There is free kit, which is for 2 months from Gillette India, which has got gloves, which has got face shield, which has got foam, which has got blade, which has got the apron, capes, everything. Plus, which is very important, Simon, we are providing 1 lakh rupees COVID insurance for each barber. So right now what we are doing is for 50,000 barbers. And we'll be doing it more. They need to register themselves on the website, www.Gillette Suraksha Program. So they have to go on GilletteSurakshaProgram.com. They have to register themselves, and then we'll help them. Whatever help they need, we'll do it for them. So so this is the time where we have to do it for our community, because there are a lot of barbers who are suffering, and if we don't do it this time, it's of no use.
I think that's, you know, admirable in your own right, but to get to a position where you can help that many people and change that many people's lives is quite unbelievable.
Gary, but we are living for that, because you know how much we are going to live. If we can't live a life further, it's of no use. And we, in our barbering community, we've been doing this right from beginning. I've been doing my work like that. And when this thing happened, even in the lockdown period, Gary, I was taking care of my company very well. I was paying them 100% salary to each and every staff from last 3 months. So from all the barbers, all the hairdressers, all the back staff people, from my account department, from my backhand staff, everyone were getting the salary plus education every day on Zoom. So we were training each and every stylist every day on Zoom from last 3 months. So this was like a revision for them, going back to school, learning the craft again, getting to know your minus point at what you guys are lacking in hairdressing and barbering. Relearn it, learn it again. So we have been very busy in this lockdown, and we've been doing a lot. We have been making videos, we've been making films for the other barbers so they can educate themselves. And also we have made videos that how they can sanitize, how they can sanitize the client, how they can sanitize themselves, how they can take care in future, and how they can become a better barber. So yeah, so this lockdown we have worked a lot, in fact.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Like a pop star.
Go on.
What are you saying, Simon?
I said you're like a pop star.
Talking of pop stars, Ali, a little birdie's told me that I know tattoos are very popular in India, especially henna. But somebody's told me that somebody who you know quite well has had a tattoo of yourself permanently inked on their body.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels great, Gary. And there is not one, there are a few of them. There are a few of them who have got someone has got my name done, someone has got my portrait done, someone has got my full name done on the back. Recently, one girl got my name done on the wrist. So there are a few of them, and it feels nice, Gary, because it's the gratitude, it's the love, it's the affection what they show for me. And there are few of them who are not even hairdressers. So they're not even hairdressers who have got this done. I know 3 of them, they're not hairdressers. They're just fond of my work. So they're not hairdressers. Yeah. So recently, I got pictures from one girl wearing a mask with my picture on it.
Do you know what?
That was quite insane, Simon. That was very...
I said to Gary earlier, we once did a show in 2011 when we launched Wahl, and we did the cities. We did Mumbai, then we went to Bangalore, Calcutta, and then to Delhi. And one of the shows that we did, one of the female models, one of my team that was with me, he did her hair and she took a fancy, said, oh, he's gorgeous and everything. The day after she came back and she'd had his name tattooed at the back of his neck, back of her neck. I mean, he'd not kissed the girl, you know, he's just like, oh, I'm a fan, you're amazing. And she had his name tattooed at the back of his neck. I was like, I've never seen that before. That just wouldn't happen in the UK unless you'd like married them and give them 2 houses and 2 ponies and 4 cars. You wouldn't get the name tattooed on them. Which is true though, isn't it? But in India, Gary, we'll have to go out. Me and Gary will have to come and do a Barber's Arms live in Alan's bar there with his missus, drinking champagne and some fine Indian wine, and we'll be able to just we'll all have a tattoo of him on his arms, Gary.
Yeah. Indian wines are very famous. Indian Sula wine is very famous.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a question to ask you. So we're gonna go into when you've watched Barber's Arms. So as we finish off, we get a little profile on each person. But just before I do that, I'd like to ask you a question: is if I was a genie and I give you 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
3 wishes. First, to get my father back.
I knew you were going to say that. That's giving me goosebumps. I knew you were going to say that. When I read these questions out yesterday, I knew, honestly, I wish I'd have spoken to you beforehand, because I said, that's going to be your first answer. You're going to fetch your dad back. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, it's giving me goosebumps.
I also want to see what's the life after that.
Be a bit more specific with that as a wish. I'm only a genie.
Yeah, I know. But I want to know because, there's so much of debate on that what happens after death, nobody knows about that.
To see
And
to the
we
next
live our
life.
life and we live our life. We'll do everything in our life for another life, which is after death.
Okay, so we want to fetch your father back. We want to see into the next life.
I need to find out. Yeah, next
One-
life.
One more wish.
Yeah, one more wish will be, I'll ask for another 3 more wishes.
Hey, you've obviously watched Aladdin.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the last one, Will Smith's Aladdin. Yeah, it was superb.
Hey, I've got my work cut out as a genie here tonight. Jesus, we've got 3 wishes here. I'll be working all night on you, bro. All right, I want to finish off with some just general questions just for our viewers that's going to watch in the next week. So there's going to be thousands and thousands wanting to watch you. So what's your best achievement so far?
What? I didn't get you. What are you saying?
What is your biggest achievement so far?
My biggest achievement? I don't think so. There has been biggest achievement.
You've not got one thing that you could say, that's the best thing I've done so far in my career.
No, Simon, I'm so sorry. Because, I don't, whatever I do in my work, I like to forget the next day, I don't want to, if somebody has liked my work, I don't like to remember things. I don't like just 1 hour back, someone sent me a picture, one press guy sent me a picture that I was awarded for some movie. I don't even remember. Like, holy shit, from where you got this picture? Well, you were awarded the best hairdresser, but I don't even remember. So maybe I don't like to remember things. Like if there are achievements, it's okay. Think something new. There's next day, which is in new dates. I don't know, Simon. For me,
I'm pretty same as you. I have no awards at home that I've won. They're all at Wahl's headquarters at the UK, scattered around the building. It's that night I celebrate it. The day after, it's just back to normality.
You agree with me, right, Simon?
I agree with you. Yeah, it's nice and humbling to hear that. And it's good.
You need to celebrate, but celebrate for that very same day, but don't remember that all your life,
Don't congratulate yourself too much, but don't break
too much. Just remember, just enjoy for that day. Next day is a new day. Yeah.
Perfect.
Next question would be, what's your biggest regret? What's the biggest regret that you would have?
My biggest regret, it's the way I started my hairdressing career. I didn't start it professionally. I started professional. So I started in a very raw fashion. So I started, learning from my family members, learning from my uncles who knew hairdressing. Wish I wouldn't have wasted my initial 3-4 years in that. So that was my regret. So those 4 years I wasted. Yeah. But it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
A little bit lighter now. What's your favorite book? What's the book that you would say is your favorite book?
I read a lot of fashion books. I read a lot of fashion designers. I also read about hairdressers. So I was reading about Tabitha Takes Over recently. She's an Australian hairdresser. You know Tabitha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good.
I was reading about her. Yeah, she's superb. So I was reading about her whole life, about her biography. Then also I read a lot of fashion books about all the designers all over the world. Yeah. So
have you read the Versace one?
Have
you read the Giannini Versace? That's a brilliant book.
No, I haven't read.
His story is so good, and some of the legacies he's left behind that he saw it all happening. So it's a really good book.
I'll read that. I'll read that.
So what's your favorite film?
My favorite film, there are many movies. Departed. I love Martin Scorsese's film. Yeah.
It is a good film because it's like 4 or 5 different stories in it. The films, Caprio's good in it, Mark Wahlberg's good in it. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I fear you might say Bollywood or an Indian, the film industry.
I love
in India.
Bollywood. No. I love Bollywood. There are many Bollywood films which I like.
Yeah, I just probably would have struggled to pronounce it afterwards.
There is my favorite movie. I'll tell you my favorite film, which is it's called Angur. In English, it's called grapes.
Grapes.
Fruit grapes. Yeah. In Hindi, it's called Angur. Angur is a yeah.
Okay.
It's based on William Shakespeare play. Yeah. Comedy of errors it is. Yeah.
Guys, just while we're finishing off with AALIM as well, don't forget to share the BarberZam. Share this episode today. We're looking for 2 more competition winners as well. So click and share when you're watching this, whatever time you're going to watch it. Throughout the week, if you share it tonight, share it tomorrow, you get a chance to win a Wahl product and some BBA goodies. Last question I've got for you is, if you could do one more client in the world, which client would you do? Who would be your last haircut that you would like to do it on?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Man.
Yeah, we had Errol Douglas on a few weeks ago. I don't know if you watched it when Errol was on from England, but I think Brad Pitt's been a client of his at some point as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in London. Yeah, so
wow,
it's been it's been good to have people on. So you've always said you want to do Brad Pitt's hair. We've had Errol on who's done Brad's hair a few times, so it's been brilliant. I'll pass you back over to Gary, but it's been an absolute pleasure interviewing tonight on BarberZam.
Same, yes, Sam. It's my absolute pleasure. Seriously, I was looking forward for this.
I'm sure you're going to share it as well with all your fans in India tonight, and I'm sure we're going to listen. The target's going to be 250,000 views. I'm sure with your influence in that Indian market that you will get us well over those viewing figures, mate. So good luck with the lockdown. It's a big night in England tonight because tomorrow all these great British barbers.
Oh, congratulations for that.
Yeah, they're all going to go back tomorrow and smash it and show them how good they all are. So thanks for being on BarberZam tonight. You're a superstar. Can't wait to see you in India, bro. I'll pass you over to Gary.
Thank you.
AALIM, thank you very much, sir, for being on the show with us tonight.
Thank you, Gary. It was my pleasure, seriously.
It's been a pleasure to have you on. We love having guests like this from around the world. It brings something new to, for our viewers. And it's an absolute pleasure to meet nice people as well. You're an absolute gentleman. Thank you very much. And when we're back in India, we will definitely come and see you.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you very much.
Give him a massive round of applause from the UK for AALIM Hakim. Gary.
See you.
I absolutely loved having him on the show. That was absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. Absolutely. And, I know we keep saying this, but we're doing really well with guests, aren't we? They're genuinely nice people. I mean, you've just mentioned Errol, fantastic. We've had guys from across the pond. We've had all the ladies on. And we haven't had anybody that I couldn't say I wouldn't go for a pint with in the Barber's Arms wherever we take it to.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And the people, everybody who's come on and who's been asked to come on, we're actually getting people now, though, who are asking to come on to BarberZam. So the list, I saw it last week when Jackie sent it through to us. We must have had 25, 30 big names that's waiting to come on BarberZam. They all want to be part of me and Gaz on BarberZam on Friday night. Who's in the house? Local hero, Mr. Ross Carter. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey,
How are you, Ross?
How you doing?
Looking good, mate. How are you doing? You're all excited?
We're excited. We're obviously 2 weeks behind you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how all England gets on tomorrow, and I really want to wish them all the best, all you guys the best tomorrow. Hope you have a successful couple of weeks until we can join in the party.
Well, that's the thing, mate. I mean, I know you want to be excited for us anyway. That's what I was getting at. And how's lockdown been treating you then, mate?
At the start of it, I really enjoyed it, Gary. I was like yourself. I got the garden done. I got some bits and bobs done in the shop that I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I built a nice bar at the back, which is funny enough. It's called the Carter's Arms.
Seen it, yeah.
You've seen it. So so I enjoyed it, but then past kind of months dragged in a bit. I just really wanted to get back to work. It's what we do. We miss our friends, which are our customers. So I've just really wanted to get back to it, and originally everybody had dates apart from Scotland, so I was quite happy when we got a date. So at least that gave us something to work towards, you know. So
I'm going to say, come on, Ray Simmons out there, pull your finger out. Let's get Scotland back on the map. What's wrong with you? I thought it was in direct line with Nicola Sturgeon every day. Come on, Ray.
Yeah,
you need to pull it out of the bag for the Scottish boys. Come on, Ray. We believe in Ray.
He's done a good job, Raymond.
He has
really done a good job. Yeah, he has done a good job. And I mean, he gets a bit of flack, but a lot of people respect him. I'm quite friendly with Raymond, you know what I mean? So, no, he's done a great job, and he's looking out for everybody at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And that's what the industry is about. So
he's the only person in Scotland that's had the balls to get up there and say it every day.
Yeah.
And he's answering questions that no one's helping him to. He's giving his honest opinions on it. And so, you know, my hat's off to Raymond. I know he watches it. I hope he's still got the Wahl shirt that I give him when I came off stage after I wore it all day. I give him it outside the Premier Inn. And then when I came down after I freshened up to go out for a meal with my team, Ray were wearing it. And he said, "Oh, I've got to tell you, you smell fantastic." It sounds like Gary Machin. Ross, while you're with us, for all our viewers, Local Heroes all about showing us around your shop. So do you want to give us a quick tour around the Ross Carter barber shop? I'm
actually quite prepared as well, so I've brought this out especially for Trevor.
Oh, right.
Good day, mate.
So I was lucky enough to be in Australia in January and met up with Trevor, so it was really pretty good and quite prepared actually. So
while you're doing that, Ross, what are you actually drinking with us tonight?
So I've already had 2 bottles of Corona, and I'm now on my 3rd.
Well, we're gonna have a shot, aren't we?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'll get a shot. Wait, guys, let me just get a shot. I'm just getting a shot, Gary. Wait a second for me, old pal. Are you having a little tequila, guys?
I'm having a tequila, but I've got a Sierra tequila, so a Mexican.
Is that the one with the little hat
Mexican beer?
Yeah.
I'm on my Patron. I've got a taste for it now, Jackie and Ross. I'm down to the last few bits. Here we go, bottoms up. All the best, Ross.
Cheers.
All the best, guys. All the best to our British barbers going back tomorrow.
All the best.
Ross, I hear you've been very busy while we've been on lockdown.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of work to do yet, so we're just trying to organise obviously for coming back. So we've got most of it organised. Simon will be quite happy, and the BBA will be obviously quite happy that I've got some new clippers and I've got the BBA products out.
Oh, hang on a minute. Go to that clipper in the far corner. Just go to that black and grey box.
I know what you're edging at. You're edging at that.
Yay! Look at that, guys. They're going to put me on the boxes. I thought my dad said I'd always go on pizza boxes, but there you go, Dad. There I'm on my clipper box.
So yeah, we just try to get prepared, obviously, for the social distancing and stuff like that. So we've moved out a seat for the middle, which you can see there probably. Oh, lost you.
I'm here, Ross. I can see you.
So yeah, so we just try to organise. We've still got a little bit of work to do yet. We've got a new door to go in the staff room. We've got all our products up on the top there. We've got our BBA products, which I know Jackie, Trevor, and that'll be absolutely really proud.
Nice,
fantastic, mate. Can't fault you.
So I mean, the place is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy, but there's still a little bit of work to do yet. So we'll just need to keep crack on. We've got a couple of weeks yet, so we've got plenty of time. So I'm quite happy the way things are going.
I can remember visiting you, Ross, maybe a couple of years ago with one of our customers up there, Colin Walton from CW Air Supplies.
Yeah.
And your salon looks like he's stuck another notch up. You know, he looks great.
Yeah.
Mate. And I tell you what's really nice about you, people like Ross, is that from coming from where he is in Scotland in a barber shop, he's worked away. He's got involved with the BBA. Gary, and you've all put us on. You've put these guys give you a platform to work on as well. So I start seeing you now at exhibitions and stuff. So you're really building your profile, young man. And you know, I can't say how pleased I am for you. Colin always speaks really highly about you.
Yeah.
He says whenever he takes any new Wahl clippers in, just gives them Colin. Whatever it is, I have them, which is fantastic to hear. So I'm really pleased. You know, really. At Barbers Arms, we know there's not just Wahl clippers out there. There is other brands there.
Yeah, there's other brands. I mean, but you go with
what
you're used to, what you think's best.
All right.
So so I mean, obviously got a great relationship with Colin, and obviously we've been at shows and that together. And no, we can't fault the products. Products are brilliant, and that's what we like best. So we'll keep going with them, and we'll keep buying the new ones every time they come out.
We've got some nice new ones coming out as well, so keep tuned. And we're hoping that some of the new launches are going to be launched live at Barbers Arms, which is going to be really good. Yeah, so that's going to be something that obviously no exhibitions as such to go to. So we're going to be doing some stuff on Friday nights here, which is going to keep everybody tuned in. And we know everybody's going back to work tomorrow, but that's no reason why not to watch us tonight, tomorrow, when we finish work, get some inside information and to do that. But Ross, it's great to have you on, mate. Just a quick question.
Yes.
You've watched us from day one, me and Gaz, and on Barbers Arms. What's it done for you, Barbers Arms, while you've been off?
I mean, obviously during lockdown, you're locked in the house, and it's just something to look forward to. And it is like actually going to the pub and having a drink with your mates. That's exactly what it's like. I think bits that are funny. Obviously, got serious bits when people are on talking. Some great advice. But I've really enjoyed it. And if you speak to my wife, I'm always like, on a Friday, I'm like, Barbers Arms tonight. Barbers Arms tonight, you know what I mean? It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. It's actually helped us through lockdown, and it's still kept the barbering industry all together, which is what I'm really happy with, you know.
Oh, that's fantastic, mate, and it's a pleasure having you on. You're a great guy, and we've done a lot of work together. Just quickly before we go, you know, all the very best for getting back in a fortnight, Trevor.
Thanks so much.
You do quite a bit of training as well. Have you still got your academy going as well?
Yeah, so the academy is still within Ranella's, which is Ross Miller's salon. So the academy is still there. I mean, I think Ross is obviously still down at Jackie's at the moment, so we'll probably get a chat with Ross when he comes back and see where we're going from there. I mean, I know that we had a lot of dates ourselves, Gary, with the BBA, which I don't know what's really happening yet, but we'll have a chat with obviously Jackie and yourself about that. So with the same with Ross, we did have some training dates arranged, but they've obviously been kiboshed now. So it's just planning ahead, and we'll just have to take it step by step and day by day and see what happens, especially with the guidances and stuff like that, how training's going to go. So, but I'm just really looking forward to getting back into it. I'm really excited. I'm a bit disappointed that we're 2 weeks behind you, but I wish all the English guys all the very best for tomorrow. And I hope you have a successful day. First day back at work.
Top man, Ross. Keep watching Barbers Arms, mate.
Will do. Definitely.
If you want to listen to Ross's on this show as well, on the podcast as well, visit our website, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk. More information and posts as well on the British Barber and Simon Shaw Wahl on our Instagram accounts as well. Gary, I know you've got a lot more stamina than me. It's always this time at night where I do need to take a natural break. I'm a bit like Simon Cowell. I do need to have those natural breaks. Before we do though, what two great guests. I mean, local hero Ross, top man, does lots of great work with the BBA. He's flying the flag for you guys out there with the products as well. It's nice to see a load of BBA products because it's such a great product to have for shaving in particularly. Yeah, you must feel chuffed when you see that in salons up in Scotland.
Oh, absolutely perfect. And like you say, he's a lovely guy. We didn't just have a chance to say to our team, but all the very best, Ross, as well. Have a great opening. We'll be in touch as well, as we do. Just quickly, I mean, that's something that we don't take into consideration sometimes, do we? I mean, we're so excited about going back, but the devolved nations, so Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, they've got different times to going back. Sometimes we get wrapped up in what we're doing, and we got to feel for these guys as well who are following us not too far behind, but it's something that, you know, although we're united as a nation, we have got these different dates going back, and you forget that sometimes, don't you? You know, so
you do. I mean, I speak to lots of people, but I speak to you quite a lot across your businesses as well, and how many gowns you've had to buy and PPE. I mean, it's a massive investment that you've had to do. You deserve what's coming tomorrow. You deserve it. Your stylists will be on form. They'll be tired. They'll do some fantastic haircuts. The camaraderie will be great. You'll all embrace each other from a distance. But I'm sure, you know, everybody's going to take the rewards. We're going to be back in around about 1.5 minutes, guys. We just need a little natural break, and for me to give Gaz a pep talk for the second half, getting ready now. His stamina's got to be up there. He's got 8 months on me, so we'll leave it to him.
Sometimes selecting just the right Father's Day gift can be quite a problem. Here comes a new and unique answer from Gillette. This complete, compact vacation travel kit, handy new travel sizes of Gillette Good Grooming products, plus a space for toothbrush and paste. It contains Right Guard deodorant, 1-piece Gillette razor, Gillette stainless steel blades, Sun-Up aftershave, and extra rich foamy shaving cream to super saturate your beard, the whole shave through. The incomparable Gillette stainless blade has the world's sharpest, easiest shaving, long-lasting edges. Then Sun-Up aftershave feels better, smells better. Finally, Right Guard Power Spray deodorant. 2 seconds gives you 24-hour protection. Get them all in the unique Gillette travel kits. There's nothing like them at the price. Perfect for Father's Day.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell it. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
So that was a bit of retro advertising there, a bit of fun. I think Simon's due back any time. Are you there, mate?
Yo, I'm here.
Perfect. So I think I need another shot anyway. It's just a quick one. I can't have too much tonight because the first client's at 8 o'clock in the morning. Cheers, mate. All the very best.
Good luck with that. Have you got that book as well? I've sent you that 49 steps.
No. Hey, so just had 2 great guests on. So when are you having your ink done of me on your leg, or are you having it on your arm?
I'm thinking about having it on my back.
All right, because just a bigger space.
Yeah, and I'm going to get that tash really embraced like wings across my shoulders. So I've got big shoulders, you see.
Hey, how weird is that though? I mean, not weird, but I mean, can you imagine going in a pub or somewhere and somebody's got your face tattooed on their arm?
Amazing. I've got my face on a clipper box, so that's as far as I've got. What's your drink of the week, Gary?
Oh, so today what we're going to do, we're doing the Moscow Mule. I thought, just a little twist on it. So we got plenty of ice in a nice, can you have it, copper mule cup. So nice. Moscow Mule, it's a little bit different. We've got shot glass there. So we've got some nice, good quality vodka there. So we're having 1 pot vodka, putting it in. We'll have a little bit more, bit of a dash. We've got some ginger.
You like James Martin with butter?
Oh, I love ginger beer. Rachel, this is her absolute favourite drink. Got some lime. So we've already cut this. Squeeze that in. Full lime all the way through. Put another one in. And then it's all over ice. This ice has been in the cup already, so it's nice and cool. Put that in, and then we just put a wedge in. Oh yeah, baby, that's fantastic. Do you know what that is? That's. Do you ever go skiing?
Only when I'm trying to get up an hill with 2 sticks.
I don't either, but I should imagine that's the best drink while you're skiing or something. It's dead refreshing. But it almost reminds me of winter. It's like a winter drink, isn't it? That. Have you ever tasted it?
Yeah, I've had one actually at dinner that we went to. You know, they are very refreshing. I love mojitos as well. I love having them with a mint in them and stuff like that. You get somewhere where Leeds is fantastic for cocktails. I mean, you get absolutely hammered, and you can't go out in Leeds and have 10 cocktails unless you've got 300 quid on you. But it's a really nice afternoon if you can do it. And cocktails in some of the bars are fantastic. It's a great afternoon. Don't forget to share, guys. We've got the competition. We had 2 great competition winners last week. So share Barbers Arms on the British, on the barbersarms.co.uk. Share it as well, obviously on Simon Shaw, Wahl, and the British Barbers, the British Barber with Gary on our Instagram. So if you share us, you get a chance this week of winning a Wahl product and some BBA fantastic products that you saw up at Ross Carter's shop as well. Gary, it's a big countdown now. I know lots of barbers, we'll talk after Tom's been on, but I know lots of barbers are going back tonight at a minute past midnight. So I know some of them are doing it from a PR point of view, but some of them are actually working through the night. I saw Tom Baxter were doing something where he's donating all proceeds from midnight till 6 a.m. to the NHS. So fair play to Tom. Great thing to do. And I know some are just going back in there and just starting, you know, working through the night from a shift point of view. I don't think I think that'll be a one-off tonight. But guys, I was watching this tonight, and if you're watching it on Sunday morning, you've already done 2 days in shop, you'll know what we're saying. We're really behind you. We can't wait for you to all get back and do it properly, do it safe. And this is your chance to rebuild yourselves and rebrand yourself in terms of how you're going to do it. Do it better than you've done it ever before. You've been patient. 97% of you have done the right thing and not cut hair. The 3 or 4% that's let yourselves down, you know, I ain't got what to say to you anymore. But the rest of you, I wish you all the very best for tomorrow. I can't wait for you all to do that. And post, you know, on our website, post your photographs of your clients that you've done and smiling faces that everybody's got by cutting hair. What an industry to be in. How you can, you know, Gary, we've had lots of guests as well that's come out of lockdown and already start cutting hair. There's not lots of massive jobs. I think a lot of people have been, you know, from our point of view, we've sold millions of clippers for people to cut their hair at home. So I think a lot of it's going to be like putting some shape back into people's hair and, you know, not massive jobs to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've only got to have a wander around and look at the stuff that's knocking about. You know, there's going to be a lot of haircuts out there. I mean, we were looking at different. Oh, here we go. We've got Mr. Tom Chapman in the house.
Hi, are you all right?
How are we, sir? You well?
Very good, thank you.
Good evening, Tom.
How are you guys? Good to see you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, not bad at all. Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you very well.
That's good. How's lockdown been for you guys? All right?
How's what, sorry?
Lockdown been?
Well, we've enjoyed I think that everybody's enjoyed a bit of time with the family that they've never had before. You know, lots of people have said some of this time they'll never ever get a chance to do it again. So I think if you've looked at it from a positive point of view, I think a lot of people have embraced it in terms of how they had to do. They've done the right thing by getting the businesses ready. But obviously on Barbers Arms, we've hopefully lightened up people's evenings on a Friday. We've said the right things to people to keep people motivated in terms of getting back, which is like imminent now that everybody's back tomorrow.
Tom, what are you drinking?
Sorry, guys, got to remember I'm in deepest, darkest Devon. We've just got dial up here now, so the signal goes a bit dodgy.
What are you drinking? What's your tipple tonight? What are you drinking?
I've just got a Corona, actually. You know, a bit
perfect.
topical. You know.
Well, cheers, mate. All the very best.
Cheers to you.
So,
I've been on a 90s sci-fi film, isn't it, with this high-tech green screen?
It's a bit like Back to the Future when you've seen the future and you start fading away at different parts. I'll mention a word, Tom, to you to describe you at the minute is cockapert, which is an Elizabethan word for a fancy Dan man with your fancy Dan haircut.
Well,
not an haircut, really.
No, not a non-haircut. The complete opposite of that. But see, I'm the only person that hasn't been worried about getting a haircut in lockdown for 15 weeks. Everyone else is worried about it, isn't they?
So how's lockdown been for you then?
Do you know what? It's actually been fantastic. Like I said, I mean, I'm used to traveling around a lot. I spend a lot of time in airports by myself, on planes by myself, away from the family, all that kind of stuff. But I've been able to be at home, see the kids every night, see my wife every night. I've been able to focus a lot on the charity as well, do loads of stuff on that because I'm not to travel. To be honest, I've been really busy. I've written a children's book, which is something I've wanted to do for a long time. It's getting a publishing deal for that. So that's something that's happened. But it takes a lot of time to reflect on stuff, isn't it? And appreciate the things that you miss in the industry as well.
Yeah. Just for our viewers out there, our international viewers, I'm sure quite a few people know who and what you are in this country. But just a quick 2-minute or a minute bio, and just bring up what you talk about with your charity as well.
So the charity is the Lions Barber Collective, which is this is the logo here. Basically, the idea is we raise awareness for men's mental health and suicide prevention. We do that through the Barber Chair because suicide is one of the biggest killers. It's the biggest killer in young men in the UK. It is somebody dies globally every 40 seconds by suicide. And as barbers and hairdressers, we have a really unique position. We have a level of trust with our clients. We've got a relationship that's ongoing. People see their barber more often than they see their doctor. I mean, I don't even know who my doctor is anymore. You know, we have the license to touch, which is rarer and rarer. We have a very intimate relationship with our clients, really touching very sensitive parts of the face and hair, and they trust us with a cutthroat razor against their neck. You know, and it's just become a place where we are a bit of a confidant for our clients. People sit in the chair and they talk to us and they tell us stuff. And I just figured, you know, if we can train the hairdressers and barbers to be able to listen well and be able to signpost them, give them the knowledge of where they can send people to, so we're not left holding the ball. We're not trying to make either counselors or therapists or psychiatrists. We're bridging the gap between the communities we serve and the resources that are available effectively. That's the idea.
Well,
Perfect.
I think it's really built momentum as well, hasn't it, since you started it? You and David Walker and a few others have been involved with it. I think you've done a great job with it. You know, one of the things I've found, Tom, for you as well is obviously from when I do shows and stuff with my team, it has to be very motivational, very loud music and stuff. But when you go on stage, you have to talk about this group that you have, and it's a tough one to go on stage and just talk about what you've just talked about without people being, but I think you do it in a way where it just makes people aware. It don't make people feel depressed. It makes people feel like aware of it. You're doing some great stuff for it. And I think, you know, when I've watched you, I thought I'd find that tough to go on stage and drop my big rah-rah motivational thing to do that. I'd have to get into it too deep. And I think you just give it a nice level where you're giving it an awareness. That's what it's all about. You have to make people aware of what's happening. And I take my hat off to you guys that's done it. You've done a great job with it.
Thanks, Aaron. That means a lot, mate. I mean, I learned a lot from you. You know, I come to a lot of your training sessions and watched you from the crowd for many years. So that means a lot, buddy. Thank you ever so much. And I think it's important that we just done 2 weeks of Zoom BarberTalk online training sessions for the Southwest. We've been partnered with the NHS and Health Education England to do that. They've funded that for us and paid for us to redevelop it and do this. And I think the whole point of doing the BarberTalk training session to help the barbers recognize, ask, listen, and help was what I got funding when we first started to do the mental health first aid and suicide assist intervention training. It's 2 days. It's full on. It is really, really heavy mental health stuff. It's too much. I had a couple of I did a couple, and the feedback was a bit much, too much role play, 2 days off of work. For us barbers, we're all self-employed. It's difficult to take 2 days out as well.
Yeah.
So that's why we developed the BarberTalk alongside lead psychiatrist, Dr. Peter Aitken, to make it 4 hours. It includes a bit of a barbering demo, the live one, but we've just done the online one with the NHS, and we have a laugh. We have a right laugh going through it. We have a bit of a joke. We have a bit of a fun, and you know, but we give them the skills, the necessary skills. It doesn't have to be depressing. You've got to connect. I mean, you know more than anyone, Simon. You've got to connect with the audience. If you want anyone to take anything, you got to connect with them, haven't you?
But it's a tough one to connect with, Tom. You know, for presenters who are coming on stage, and Gaz, I don't know if you've ever watched Tom do his presentations on stage with his team, but to stand there and get the message across, but to get it across and do an haircut, to educate people on an haircut when you're on that stage, but also to make the awareness of what the Lions are all about, I think you do it really well, mate. And as I say, I'm glad no one else has jumped on bandwagon and tried to do another group that does what you do. I think there's room always in the industry for a couple of competitions, but this isn't competition. This is just about awareness, do the right thing. So I think a lot of people need to get behind you. I'm sure you can share stuff on our website at Barbers Arms as well. If people want to get involved with the Lions, you can put some stuff on our barbersarms.co.uk
that'd be amazing
website, and you know, people can get some awareness. So for our viewers, Tom, because this show's gone ballistic. I don't know if you've seen the views, but last week we were already up to 191,000 views. I reckon this week as well it'll be over 250,000 views, 250,000 views for me and Gaz. You know, Gaz goes down the street every Friday and throws tenors out of his sunroof, just to say, come and watch me tonight. He loves it.
Yeah, but you sent him me. You gave him me to throw out.
Yeah, because I only like 50s Tom at home, so I give Gaz all my tenors. Anyway, Tom, just so our viewers can start to learn a little bit about Tom Chapman as well. So in around about 1 minute, just describe Tom Chapman. If you were describing you to somebody else, just describe who's Tom Chapman.
Bit of a Wally. I don't know. I think it's almost, I don't know. I suppose if you're talking about me as a role, I am a global barber director for Kuhn Hair Cosmetics. I like doing education. I like educating the young. I think it's really important that we develop the young with hair education. They are the future of the industry. Also, we can give them those skills through Alliance Barber Collective. I'm an author. I'm a presenter. I've been doing lots of stuff with a film agent, like a TV agency, and that. I've got loads of stuff prepped for that. I love being around people. I love being part of people. I like giving back to people. I think, you know, the platforms that I've had with the Lions Barber Collective and stuff like Kuhn and any opportunities, I think it's really important to give opportunities to the fresh people coming through. The Lions, you know, you go on stage if you've ever seen me on stage at anything with the Lions Barber Collective, I try to have two of the younger Lions or two of the prospects or the people that haven't done that before, give them on stage, give them that opportunity. You know, similar like you do with the Wahl Barber of the Year. You know, instead of doing a normal competition, you get people up on stage. You know, I've seen in different events you do, the British Barber Association, when you get people on stage and give them that platform. And I think that's what you need to do, isn't it? Give opportunities, as many opportunities as possible.
It's one of the most favourite parts of my job, both of you, is to fetch new talent on stage and to see young people develop from being a barber in the shop to becoming, you know, a global or even a UK presenter. One of my biggest achievements, I would say, is Michael Damiano. You know, he's a global superstar, and then this kid worked in a barber shop with his parents in Bedford, and to watch him now on stages, it's just it's unbelievable. So I feel it, Tom, what you just said there. It's a big information. Gary, you guys have supported these guys, haven't you, from day one?
Yeah, I mean, the BBA have supported the Lions Collective as well, and I'm sure, obviously, with a lot of other people as well, and we will continue to do so. I think it's a really important, and it's something that everybody can get involved as well, Tom, isn't it? You know, from taking the training, it doesn't take too much out of the day. I know, you just give us a rundown of what you do, but it's really important that people get involved. Just quickly, while we're on this, do you actually? I know you had a barbershop, didn't you, Tom? Are you still working in the barbershop as well, with you being so busy, or?
No, I had to. So it got to a point where I was doing the global barber director stuff for Kuhn. I was doing the charity. I was traveling a lot, doing stuff with different companies and whatever opportunity I could take. And it was just a case of trying to manage everything. And it was a bit of a difficult situation. It was my dad who said to me, he said, look, you're doing too much. You need to sort of get rid of something, because you're going to break. You're spinning too many plates. You can't do it all. And it was that sort of sense of, if I get rid of the shop, I failed. Do you know what I mean? But actually, do you know what? It was one of those things where one of the best decisions I ever made was opening that shop, because it gave me the platform to have it. It was everything. It was a hairdressers, but it was also a barbershop. It was a studio, did photo shoots. We had live music events in there. We had all sorts of stuff going in there. I used it to full ability to project me a little bit further. And then one of the second best decisions I ever made was selling it, because it freed me up to go and do my freelance work, to travel, not have to worry about what's going on back at the shop. You know, as your manager doing it, are they working? Is it, you know, there's always a problem. You're in California, you get a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. Tom, the internet ain't working. We turned it off and on again. No. Okay, we'll try that first, and then call me back in like 6 hours when I'm actually awake. But it's just all those sort of things. That was just a worry off my mind. And now I did work in the shop for a while, but now I do sort of mobile stuff. I do a couple of days a week. I go out and cut hair, so I'm still cutting hair all the time when I'm not working away and I'm not doing line stuff. But it's just freed me up to be a little more versatile and do lots of different things.
So day to day, you still cut. That was my next question. Do you miss it? But obviously, if you're looking after your older clients, the clients who've been with you a long time, so you've still kept that business as well.
7 a.m. tomorrow morning, first trim. That's 7 till 9 tomorrow, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think 8 o'clock tomorrow, but we'll be in the shop for 7, or if not earlier. But I mean, that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? We love it. So.
I'll post you a bacon sandwich, both of you, while I'm just contemplating and looking at all the views that we've had and resharing everything. Don't forget, guys, to share Barber's Arms tonight. Get a chance to win a Wahl product and some BBA products. So when you share tonight, you will automatically go into a competition. And also have a look at our website. You can watch our podcast, listen to our podcast, obviously, as well, which is our website is the barbersarms.co.uk. Simon Shaw, Wahl, Instagram, and also the British Barber, which is Gaza's Instagram account as well. So don't forget to share tonight, and you get a chance to win a Wahl product and also some BBA goodies, which we've just seen in Mr. Carter's shop up in Scotland. Tom, tell me, a question I have here is, what would you say is the most defining part of your career? What's the moment that, because we all have a moment when you look at your career, you think, my career's just changed here. I know we spoke a long time ago. Yeah. You were just starting to do some platform work. You spoke to me about what should I charge and stuff. So a lot of people don't know. Yeah. I'm a bit like the Bee Gees. I like to think that I watch a lot of people who I have helped, and a lot of people I look at, for instance, I think there's a lot of people I've given the names to for their businesses. I've come up, I'm quite quick with names. So I do look at people and say, I did help you a little bit. What for you, though? What's the defining part of your career that you can say, that's when my career changed a little bit?
I'd say there's a couple of bits along the way. I think when Grant at Fab, who you know very well, I know, Simon, he said to me, look, I've been watching you for a while. I want to offer you an option to come and deliver a course at Fab Wholesale. What do you want to do? What do you like doing? What's your favourite thing? And I said to him, well, I like doing men's hair. That's what I really enjoy doing. And he said, well, come along and do a course then. And I thought, oh, I've got to actually do this now. Like, what? I spent probably 6 months, sleepless nights, stressing out. I actually had an anxiety attack. The only time I've ever had one, ever. I was cutting my mate's hair in the shop, and I was telling him about the course, and I just lost. I lost everything. I lost my sight. I lost breathing. My wife had to come and finish off his hair. And I cut his hair millions of times. Nothing about his hair, but I got through it and I did it. And my dad said to me, he said, if you don't do this, he said, the worst case scenario, you don't do it, Grant's never going to ask you to do it again. So if you do it, worst case scenario is you'll mess everything up. Grant won't ask you to do it again. So he said, the worst case scenario both ways is you never have to do it again. He said, the best case scenario is you go and do it and you get to go and do more education. That's something you've always wanted to do. I think that was one of the biggest things, actually going and doing it and actually just getting on with it. But then I think anytime there's that situation in your life where you're scared of it and you get on and do it, they're the ones that push you forward. Like the TED talk I did, terrified. I was absolutely dreading it. You have to learn a script word for word. Everything. You got 1,000 people there watching you in an auditorium, 35,000 people live streaming, and I go out on stage and there's not a hair in sight, not a pair of clippers, nothing, just me. There's nothing to do and talk about what I'm doing. I just got to go out and talk, and that was terrifying. But again, that's another thing that projected me to the next level. So anytime you've got anything like that, I think those are the things that really define our careers and move us forward. Anything that puts you out of that comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to hear. I mean, I'm sure we've all got parts of our career that we look back at. I mean, Gary's got a lot further to look back at because he's a lot older than us. You're 8 months older than me, so shut up. Did you not meet Prince William, though, at some point? How was that when you met Prince William?
Yeah, I mean that was a little bit surreal. I mean I was so busy at the time with all the stuff going on with the Lions. I think, you know, like I said to you, when I had to do that first time I did that education for Grant, I didn't have anything else on apart from cutting hair in the shop and just stressing about it for 6 months. By the time we got to meeting Prince William, I was so busy with the Lions and working with Kuhn and doing this and doing, do you know what I mean, platform work. I didn't really have much time to think about it. And I was prepping and going, and everyone's like, you worried? I was like, oh, no, not really. And it was there the day. And I stood outside the barbershop waiting to meet him. And it wasn't until he walked down the stairs. And I was like, oh, yeah, that is actually Prince William right there. I'm just about to shake his hand. And the cold sweat started. And I was like, oh, God. But it was all right. It was a really, really nice bloke. We spent a good, hour and 15 minutes with him. He was interested in us. Like I was sort of like guiding him around. So I was like his bouncer really for the day, which is probably a good role for me, being the size of me, being a big lump that I am. But his security guys kept on sort of nudging me. And they're like, you need to hurry him up a bit. I was like, oh, he's the future king of England. I'm not telling him he can do whatever the hell he wants. Do you know what I mean? I'm not telling him to hurry up. But he had a great time with us. He was really good, really interested, asking questions, hanging around. And it was a really great experience for the charity as well.
That's fine. I have the same problem with Gaz sometimes. And, you know, he's the future king of barbering, so I don't nudge him along too much because obviously I've got to have that respect for him. So you're welcome, Gary. You're welcome.
Thank you, Simon. You're much appreciated. You've done so much for me.
He's the king of cocktails as well. I think throughout lockdown, they are you know, he's entertained the UK audiences in thousands on how to make some cocktails. I think all the Indians as well watching tonight, from especially from Mumbai, after we watched AALIM HAKIM on as well. They'll be all going getting tattoos of Tom Chapman at some point now. I don't know if you tuned in, Tom, when you watched the superstar from India on the show. Have you been watching Barbers Arms?
I've been watching bits of it. To be honest with you, I have been so busy. I haven't watched. Someone said to me the other day, "Have you seen this? Did you watch that on Netflix? You must have had loads of time to watch everything." I said, "All I've watched is when my missus has watched Queer Eye, or when the kids are watching Hey Dougie, and that's my viewing for the last 15 weeks." To be honest with you.
Well, forget what Tom just said, guys. You need to be tuning into Barbers Arms and sharing Barbers Arms tonight. This is our episode 13. Over 1.4 million have watched us over lockdown. And we're going to continue when you all go back to work tomorrow. I'm sure next Friday night you're going to be able to watch us live from some of your salons, but have a look on our website, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk. Simon Shaw Wahl on Instagram, or the British Barber on Instagram as well. You can follow up all the different posts and news feeds from the shows. Tom, at the moment at your job, then what you're doing in your role as international presenter for Kuhn and Lions Collective, I'm doing clients as well. What would you say at the moment for our viewers? What is the best part of your job? What's the most thing you really enjoy doing?
I tell you what, the thing I really enjoy. I mean, obviously, I love being on stage and I love creating hair and be able to share that knowledge with others. But I tell you what, there's something amazing about being able to share the knowledge of the BarberTalk training that we developed. I've had messages. I've had multiple messages, even in quarantine, where people have messaged me and said, "Tom, thank you so much for the BarberTalk training. Because of the training you've given us, or the Lions have given us, I've helped save someone's life." And it doesn't get any better than that.
No.
Unbelievable.
That's what people don't get with this. They think it's a Lion Collective, few people have wore the T-shirt. It's not about wearing the T-shirt. It's not sometimes just giving a few quid to the sponsorship. It's actually getting behind Tom and David Walkers and people like that and actually helping them. All we can do for you, Tom, from the BBA and from Wahl, is to give you a platform, to give you the chance to speak about this. And when we do return to exhibitions with big stages, I'm sure both BBA who have supported you from day one and Wahl are going to give you the platform to go on there and tell everybody about the good work that you're doing, but also how to get involved as well to help you.
Tom, just quickly, I mean, for the viewers out there who don't know him, how did you get into, or how did you come around with the idea? I know you were one of the original founders. How did you come up with the idea, or what forced you down that route? What took your interest into that?
So what happened? The original thing was a comment that I made on a Facebook group, one of the many barber Facebook groups, and the idea was I was going to create a one-off project, a lookbook of haircuts. It's, the same sort of thing. Get a load of barbers together. I managed to get about 30 guys together. Everyone's going to donate a haircut image, and the idea was to raise money for charity. And a load of people put a load of ideas in when we're looking at charities, and it was mostly male cancer ideas. And I thought there's loads of awareness around that. I could name loads of them. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to do something that needed that awareness, needed the coverage and the funds. And Paul Mack of Ireland, Paul Mack, don't you? So he suggested suicide prevention, and I just thought that's got to be it. I'd lost a friend to suicide a year before, a really close friend, and I wasn't aware of any suicide prevention charities, or even that there was mental health prevention stuff. I didn't realize it even existed, and I'd been affected. So I thought, if I've been affected, then we've got to do something about it. And I don't know anything about it. It's got to be done. So that's why we chose that. And then that's when I realized that, well, it's been joked about for a long time, hadn't it? Hairdressers and barbers are a poor man's therapist or a poor man's counselor or whatever. We listen to our clients. So that's when I looked at doing the training, and that's when we developed the BarberTalk and went into it. And it's just been a hugely successful thing from my point of view, something I never would imagine to got this far. I mean, it's taken a lot of man hours, a lot of power, but we've got there. And I think part of it is because it's not had to be something I've pushed. Everyone can go to the barbers. It's easily accessible. It's non-clinical, it's non-judgmental, it's no stigma or taboo for a bloke walking into a barber shop. And in the network that we have, the barber shops are on every single high street, the smallest village or the biggest city, anywhere in the world. And suicide and mental health hugely affects everybody. It knows no race, boundary, gender. We're all affected by it.
So if somebody was interested in getting the BarberTalk, or if they wanted to get involved, or even just to find more information, where would they go for that?
So the best thing you can do is go to lionsbarbercollective.com. Go on there. You've got everything on there, from how you can sign up, how you can join. You can do the BarberTalk Lite training for free wherever you are in the world. I'm not sure we've got anyone in India actually yet, so you can go on there and do that. And then obviously now we've got the BarberTalk online session that the NHS have helped us develop. We're going to be able to provide that via Zoom. Moving forward, we're going to be able to do sessions of that every month or every week, or however much demand we have for it. But then obviously if you're in the UK, you can become a prospect with sight to becoming an ambassador. So like the first step, do the training, become a prospect, become an ambassador. You get to come and do cool stuff with us. Like we were going to, before, when we had the real world, before coronavirus, we were meant to be doing pop-ups in Cardiff the week before, in Cardiff City's football ground, in the stadium, with the PA and cutting hair for the fans beforehand, raising awareness of mental health and doing loads of great stuff like that. Good fun stuff. Obviously coronavirus has put that back a little bit, but we will be out there. We'll be doing that stuff again. So people can get involved with all that, as well as just doing the training, actually getting out there and doing it.
I went to a thing with Joff maybe 18 months ago. It's called Men Up North, and Joff hosted one up at Savills. Similar kind of thing, Tom, to you. Not to do with the hairdressing or barbering industry, but Joff just let him use his Savills barbers up in Sheffield. And again, it was men talking about depression and things that had happened to them that had took them to the edge. And I'm very an emotional person, so I weren't probably the best to be in room. So instead of giving them haircuts and giving them support, I sat there with tears in my eyes and saying, what can I do? What can I do to help? But it's amazing when you cut people's hair. This is the power that we have. It's amazing when we cut people's hair, how people open up so quick to the barber, the trust that they have for that person that's cutting their hair. I think it came on to me once when we did the Help for Heroes, when we went into some of these recovery centres and things like that, is that I once cutting a guy's hair, and then I used a cut throat at the back of his neck, and he said, and he moved, and he went, and I said, are you okay? And he went, he got no physical scar. He's just said that he'd had something happen in Northern Ireland years ago where he got stabbed, and he says, it's the first time I've had my hair cut by a barber because of blades and stuff. I had a fear of it. And he said, look, I'm fine. And I physically just filled up, because it was like, you're allowing me to do this. I'm helping you to break the barrier down of what you've been scared of. What power is that? It's better than anything else you can do in the world. If you can help somebody mentally and physically that way, without giving them finance or giving them a product or sending them in a clipper, just by cutting their hair and talking to them and helping them, it must give you so much satisfaction.
Yeah, oh, well, it's incredible, isn't it? I mean, that's like I said to you before, just now, cutting the hair is amazing. Giving someone the best haircut is incredible. And like, even when you do something on stage, you do something on stage as a haircut. People have opinions. Some people like it, some people don't. Whatever, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But when you do something like that, and you're training people and giving people the skill to help save lives or help people's mental health, or in fact, you're lucky enough to do that with somebody. I mean, we all make people feel good. Every single barber or hairdresser watching this has helped their clients without even realizing it. They've listened to them moan about their kids or moan about their job or their boss or whatever it is. That's letting off steam. That's your mental health working,
But some people tomorrow going in there as well, I'm going to I ain't had my beard lined in proper. I've done it a bit myself, but I kind of like just grow out. I clipped it really down short. I can't wait to go to, I spoke to my barber on Wednesday and I said, look, I want my beard trimming up, and I'm in at like 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, which is a 15-minute point for my beard trimming up, just having a lining. And I'm looking forward to going in. But for all you barbers and hairdressers that's watching, a lot of these guys have probably, some people are in for appointments, been on their own as well. So it's going to be the first personal contact tomorrow is with their barber, not the bartender or whatever. It's their barber tomorrow is going to be like, huge. So make sure you're compassionate. You've got the time to speak to them. Listen to everybody. It's going to be good for that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, massively. I think, as well, something I was, one of the reasons why we push for this training we've just been doing for the last 2 weeks is that, okay, we're all worried about PPE. We're worried about, is it going to be safe? Or, what do we need? What systems we have in place? All that kind of stuff. We're worried about our clients. How are we going to keep everyone happy? Are we going to fit everyone in? Because that's what we do, don't we? We try and fit everyone in. We've all been there. We all work 9 to 5 on the door, but I'll be here at 7 and I'll finish at 7, even though it only says 9 to 5 on the door. That's what we do. Yeah. But have we actually thought about our own mental health? Have we thought about our own physical health? Have we thought about our own value? We're going to have to do less clients. Are we going to charge more? So we're not working twice as hard for the same money. Are we going to look after our backs, our feet? Are we going to look after our mental health? We're going to be having the same conversation. Every single client you talk to tomorrow in the UK will be, or in London, in England will be, so how was lockdown for you? And some people are bereaved. Some people have had a good time. Some people lost jobs. So it's going to be so hard for us as the industry as well.
Yeah, sure. And I think, guys, you I don't know, did you do any of this in your training with your staff? It's like, sometimes it's not about, because sometimes as barbers and hairdressers, they'll talk about themselves. Is there any training that's been done this week? So just listen to what people have got to say. Just let them open up a little bit. Tell them about, how are you? What's it been like for you? Not about you, the hairdresser or the barber. What about your customers?
I think that goes with the better barbers anyway. There's always egos out there anyway, but and people like hearing their own voice a lot of the time. But we're a service industry, aren't we, as well? We're not a servant, but we are a service industry. So I think we've got that. If you've got a bit of integrity about you, it's all about the client anyway, shouldn't it? They don't want to hear what you've been up to. If they ask, yeah, fair enough. But it should be all about the client. And I think a lot of the time, especially when you're having clients on a regular basis, we kind of forget that sometimes. We get a bit over familiar, but we make that much more effort with newer clients, or when you do your consultation. But I think it's a really good point that Tom brought up with people tomorrow, especially when they're coming out. They are feeling a bit of trepidation, what they're going to be like, what it's going to be. Everybody's there, we've got to treat. I said to our staff, you've got to treat everybody as if everybody's infected, really. From a personal point of view, it's about integrity, but it's about the safety to you, your clients, and everybody else around you. So excited to be back to work, but everybody's still got that little bit of, like I say, the butterflies, if you like. But it should be all about the client and all about the service. So I think for the better barbers and the better professionals out there, that's always happened. We've always done that. We've always tried to make them the center of our attention. It shouldn't be like a production line, should it? It shouldn't be like, they should be feeling like the first, how we describe it, they should be feeling like they're the first and only client of the day. So
yeah, for sure. And I think, like you just said, look, if you're watching tonight, if you're watching tomorrow morning before you start, the best ones but you've still got a chance to be the best one. You've still got like 7 or 8 hours before you get in that shop tomorrow to think anything that you're going to do. Make sure your tactics are good. Make sure your approach is fantastic. Nobody can go into this as you went down in it, like tired and busy and stuff. You've got to go back with such a massive kind of buzz about you. Tom, just to finish off, we always finish off on Barber's Arms, getting a little bit of profile about our guests that we have on, and we've had some views on. Just at the moment, we've got New York City in the house as well. We've got people from New York that's just joining us. Thought you were having a coffee then, guys, for a minute. I'm going to drop off my stool. Still drinking your mule. Fair play to you. So it's nice to have New York City. I know we had Jay Ramos a few weeks ago from New York as well, but this just shows what a global show this is. Tom, are you ready for your quick fire questions? Tom, what is your favourite music?
At the moment, country and western.
Country and western. Nice.
Mostly older stuff as well. Mostly older stuff.
Makes so
like
much
40s,
money as
50s.
well.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in America. Just like you don't believe how big it is out there and how much money they make. What's your favourite food?
Favourite food?
Yeah.
This week, curry.
So curry is your favourite food. Okay. What's your favourite tipple? What's your best drink that you like? What would you say?
Favourite? I'd say my favourite is I like bourbon. That's my drink of choice. Woodford Reserve normally.
Oh yeah, it's nice that actually. It's nice and smooth. Me and Gaz like a nice Woodford now and again. What's your favourite destination? What's the favourite place you've ever been to? I
love Brazil. Brazil, or Disney World. Brazil or Disney World. Depends what mood I'm in.
Where's your missus? Is she with you tonight?
She's here.
Who would be your ideal dinner date?
Well, we've just been out for dinner. We actually just went out for dinner. My mate's just bought a restaurant. He's not charging anyone, so he got away with it. So we just literally went for dinner, our first meal out.
So where would it be? Where's your favourite dinner? Who would be your ideal dinner date?
What place would it be?
Who would be your ideal dinner date?
My wife, obviously.
Oh my God, Gary! Some of these guys, they'll need to find the balls before we start back tomorrow morning. Tom Chapman in the house. He's the founder of Lions Collective, who's doing some fantastic work there. It's great to have him on Barber's Arms. We've got Tommy here listening to some country and western music. He's having a curry. He's drinking some nice bourbon. He's sat in some beautiful location in Brazil thinking about Disneyland. And his ideal dinner date would be his beautiful wife, who's sat right next to him tonight on Barber's Arms, so he can't say any other. Tom, you've been a gent. Absolutely all the very best to what you do with Lions. You're a superstar. What you're doing. Guys, you've listened to the website that you can go to for the Lions Collective, also on our barbersarms.co.uk. You can find, we'll put that link on there as well for you to get everybody behind what Tom and the guys are doing with Lions. Great cause what he's doing. Tom, all the very best, bro, for you doing your mobile ever seeing what you're doing and all the stuff you're doing in Cube. Next time I'm down in Exeter, down at Fab, I'll buzz you and we'll get together and we have a nice meal out at your friend's place, especially if he's not charging as well. Over to you, guys. All the best, Tom.
Tom, all the very best.
Thank you so much, guys.
Goes well in the future. It's been great having you on. Great guest as usual. And all the very best with the Barber Collective. We support you.
Cheers, guys.
See you later, buddy. All the best.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Simon.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, that's really informative. I know I've sat through his presentation and we actually had something come up near us that was awareness as well. But, you know, it's nice to meet the man behind the idea and nice fella.
Guys, do you know you're my ideal dinner date?
Well, do you know what? Rachel said exactly the same. She said, who would you be your idea? Other than Callie Brooke, obviously, that I said on the first week of when we went into lockdown. But at the moment, we need some man company, don't we now? We need to get in the pub. We definitely need.
I want to, obviously, I came over to yours a couple of weeks ago, but Rachel's got my spare room ready. So I think it's just really, no disrespect to Rachel or anybody else, but I just want to come and meet you after you finish work, get absolutely obliterated with you. Try and patch Barbers' arms together for one evening. I don't know what the director Trevor will say about that, but let's try and do that. I just want to read a little message that we've had from Colin Horton. I know Cole's been there from day one, but it's a nice message. I think the Barbers' arms in itself has been a big help to many since lockdown. Long may it continue, giving us all a little sanity and help through rough times and tough times. We all feel stronger and motivated for Saturday mornings. Cheers, Gaz and Si. Thanks, Colin. We've had lots of comments coming in, and we've had millions of viewers, and I can say that without bullshit. Millions of viewers have tuned into Barbers' Arms. Gaz, time's ticking on. I'm going to finish off with one thing. I think from day one when we started this, I think we were a couple of weeks into lockdown, but everybody who's watching this around the globe, some of you have back, some of you have been back a few weeks, but our British audience and English audience are going back tomorrow morning. Some are going back at midnight tonight. I'm going to leave you with this one simple message before I pass on to Gaz. You listen to guests over the last few weeks, and we ask people, how do you rate British hairdressing and barbering? And everybody says it's the very, very best. When we travel all over the world, it's the very, very best. This is not goodbye from me because Barbers' Arms is ending because you're all back to work tomorrow. We'll be back next week and we'll be able to share all your stories, and it's going to get bigger and stronger. We're coming out live. But a message from me is, I'm not back tomorrow, but I'm going to watch you all eagerly. I'm going to watch all your Instagram accounts. I wish you all the very best for tomorrow. I want you to get in there and just show everybody how fucking good we all are, how patient you've all been, how professional you're all going to look. All your Instagrams, all your PPE, all your sanitizing gels, all the money you've invested from your government grants that you've had or your own finances, how you've paid your own staff to it. I'm fucking proud of you. What an industry to be part of. I am so privileged in my position as Wahl to be an ambassador for British hairdressing, and globally in my position, I sing your praises all day long. I wish you all the very best for tomorrow or tonight, whatever you're doing. But I know that you guys will do it better than anybody else. Tonight, TikTok, you're coming back. It is your time to show everybody how you are fucking Great Britons. Go show them. Go smash it, and I'm with you all the way. God bless to you all. I love you all. I'll pass you over to the Meister.
Do you know what? I'm filling up. I felt like you were saying that. You were looking right into my eyes, and you were saying that to me then.
I fucking believe it. Come on, guys, get at it.
I can't. You know, unbelievable words from motivational Mr. Simon Wahl, or Shaw as we call him. I think, you know, absolutely fantastic time for us. Press the restart button. We do it well. We'll do it together. All those people, we've got a responsibility to the clients, but we've got a responsibility to, you know, duty of care to ourselves as well. So be safe out there. Don't cut any corners. You know, don't take any risks, unnecessary risks. We don't want back in lockdown. We don't want to be, you know, doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing. And you all know the guidance now. You know the script. The main thing is, you know, have a bit of integrity, if you like, and look after your staff, look after each other, and don't take it home. That's the main thing. We've got to stay safe. So from me and Simon, join us next week. We've got some great guests. We've got Mr. Sam Wahl, and we've got Bill and Don from Australia, all award-winning barbers. And we've also got Pauline Pennington, who's going to be our local hero. So from me and Simon Shaw, we love you. Stay safe and good luck tomorrow.
Good luck, guys. Remember, we've never fucking surrendered. We're going to be the best tomorrow morning. Good luck, everybody. Good night from Barbers' Arms.